guys, and welcome back to the Young and the Debtless. So if you are not new here and you've been here before and you're subscribed, you may have noticed that I have been gone for, I think it was over a week, and I apologize so much. I had some things going on with family, and it was just very, very stressful, and I didn't really get around to filming. That being said, I do have a couple of things going on today. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a bit different than normal, just because we're going to do an update for my May 5th budget. We're also going to do and by update I mean recap. We're also going to do a recap for my May 13th budget. It's now the 19th, and I don't anticipate me spending any money for the next 2 days. So, because today is now the 19th, and it ends tomorrow. So I guess technically for the next day and a half. But, yeah, so even though with everything going on with family issues, I did somewhat keep up with, I did do my budget for the 13th, but I also wasn't able to work as much between the stress and the time commitment of everything involved. So my income drastically dropped, and on the bright side though, so did my spending. So let's get into the May budget. Okay, so last time I was here, this is the last thing we did, and I thought that I was going to make $1,350. I actually only made $1,200 even, which means that my income total was $1,200. Okay, so long game, I always have my automatic deduction of $20 every Thursday, just because I like to automate my savings. My car payment was $397.38. And actually, some really good news. Last month, my Verizon bill was up by a penny, but for some reason, this month my Verizon bill is down by 5 cents, so it's $171.57. Which was a neat little surprise. Hey, like a penny saved is a penny earned, right? My Geico bill was $227.82. And I did end up putting $100 aside for rent. Which means that my bill total was $916.77. And my leftover was $283.23. And we're gonna bring that balance down. All right, for gas, I actually only put $10 in. For food, I actually went over. I needed to get a bunch of staple items and kind of stock up on things that are non-perishables. So like canned tuna, canned beans, and a bunch of other stuff. So I just went ahead and bought it all at once. Didn't spend anything on Raina. I went over on the personal budget, and it was $33.98. I also went over on my miscellaneous, and that was $37.15. My business expenses were also over at $117 even, and my school expenses were $0. And my envelope total was $265.49. If you are new here, I do cashless envelopes, so just because it's easier for me, especially when I have a fully cash-based income, dealing with a bunch of envelopes stuffed with cash and taking home cash every day from work, it just is too complex, and it's too much of a risk for me to potentially lose that money. So cashless envelopes for now. So far, so good-ish, I guess you could say. And the leftover after that was $17.74. All right, so $17.74. And I know this is redundant, so bear with me. Okay. Oh, and one last one. Okay, so I don't have any sinking funds currently until I get a little bit more secure with some things. Obviously wasn't able to put money towards Discover, but I did put $15 in my Barclays account. And I actually, so over here, if I go over, it's in red. So in the envelopes and the bills, if I go over, it's red. If I go under, it's green. But for sinking funds, debt, and savings, if I go under, it's red. And if I go over, it's green. Because my thinking is if I put more money to it, it's actually a good thing. So that's my system. And so that was a total of $15, and that left me with $2.74, which I just left there. With how things were going, it wasn't really an issue having an extra almost $3, and I also don't really care that every dollar have a job, to be honest. I know if you're a Dave Ramsey follower, like, that is a really, really big thing. Make sure every dollar, every cent, you know where it's going. Well, as an independent contractor who only makes cash, it's kind of nice that those $2-3 like adds up and just chills there for a moment. Eventually they get a job. And then we'll go ahead and move on to recapping my May 13th budget, which you guys have not seen yet because of my little absence. Yeah, I'll just go over it while I'm filling out the actual amounts, just because I don't want this to be a super, super long video, and it's really not that exciting, to be honest. I'm not that jazzed about how this week turned out, but my family comes first, and I think a lot of you can relate to that. So, let's go. I had budgeted with everything that was going on that I was gonna make $700. Actually, I only made $476. Pretty dang horrible. Not too happy about it, but it is what it is at this point. Only thing I can do is move forward. Long game is always $20. My Eversource bill was only $58.79. And I'm wondering if this is a mistake, but when I went to go make my Liberty bill, normally they're like my Eversource and my Liberty Utilities bill is around like $50 to $70, depending on like the season and stuff. But surprisingly, like, they told me my balance was only $10.61. So I don't know if that's a mistake, but I'm not going to complain about it. And even with such a low income, I did put $300 towards rent, which means that my bill total was $389.40, and I had $86.60 left. We'll bring that down. Okay, so again, I only put $10 in gas. I didn't buy any food. Didn't spend anything on Rana. Well, I guess that's technically in black. Personal was under, and that was only $16.49. Miscellaneous, I didn't spend anything. Business expenses, I didn't spend anything. And school expenses, I didn't spend anything. With a daily income for 76 for the week, I really couldn't spend anything if I wanted. So the total for all of this excitement over here was $26.49, and I had $60.11 left. So again, with the redundancy, $60.11, none, $60.11. Again, I apologize. 60 and 11. Oh god, one more. Okay, here we are. So I actually did put $50 towards my Barclays account, but unfortunately I only put $10 towards my school savings, which means that I put total of $60 in savings, and I had I don't know if you guys heard that, but there was somebody slammed their door and it scared me so bad I just jumped. Let's end this video. So 11 cents was my huge total leftover. Well, I was going into May thinking it was going to be a phenomenal month. However, there is some great news coming, and I'm very excited to share that. So check that out in the next couple weeks. That'll also be coming. It has to do with my income. It also has to do with my debt payoff. And it's so exciting. And today's Sunday. Tomorrow, I officially go back to school to finish my degrees, and I am so excited. I still haven't gotten the correct school textbook, and I still haven't returned that, so there will be $79.20 coming back to me, but there's also probably going to be like almost $200 going right back out, so because obviously I bought the wrong textbook that was cheaper instead of buying the correct one, which was more expensive. So yeah, some exciting news, some disappointing news, and some hopeful news all in one video. 2 budget recaps. Hey, if you like this video, please don't forget to like it, subscribe it, come back, come hang out, drop a comment down below, and have you guys a wonderful rest of your weekend. All right, thanks. Bye.